Okay, let's review what we know about properties of exponents. We're going to learn a mnemonic device to help us so that when we're simplifying equations with exponents, it can become easy. Okay? So, if I have a number 3 squared, of course, the square part is my exponent. It's also called a power. The 3 is my base. So those are important definitions to know. So if I have the number x to the n power, the n is my exponent, and the x is my base. Okay. So now what we're going to learn about is we're going to learn how to manipulate powers and bases. So if I have, we're going to do product of powers. Which is a fancy way of saying if I'm multiplying two numbers that have the same base, how do I do that? So if I have a to the m times a to the n how do I do that? Okay, so for some of you, because there's no numbers there, it's a little scary. Well, let's think about the rule. Let's look at our bases. What can we say about our bases? We have the same base, right? So I'm going to put same base. So when we have this, when we're multiplying the same base, so when we multiply the same base, what do we do to our exponents? Well, we're going to add exponents. So the reason I'm underlining these letters is that's going to help us with our mnemonic. So that becomes our base, which is a, and when we add our exponents, we have m plus n. And that's as far as we can go with that. Okay, so let's look at a numerical example of that. So if I have the number 3x squared times 4x cubed well, what's the rule with that? So let's find out what our bases are. What's the base? The same base is going to be our x's. So there are our same bases, and what do we do with our exponents? So we add them. So that's going to become 3 times 4 is 12 times, these are being multiplied together, so that's going to be x, and then we're going to add our exponents, so that's going to be 2 plus 3, so that whole thing equals 12 x to the 5th. Okay, so what we want to remember is that when we're multiplying the same base, we add our exponents. So let's